Rappers who thought about retiring. If there's one thing that rappers are better at than making music, it's claiming that they're going to retire, only to take a short hiatus before awkwardly backpedaling and dropping a new project. With social media allowing us a 24/7 window into the innermost thoughts of our favorite celebrities, it seems like claims of retirement are more common than ever. However, rap seems to have a special relationship with the concept of retirement. And rappers have been threatening to call it quits for almost as long as the genre has existed. In 1999, Mace told the world that he was done making music, only to drop a new project a few years later in 2004. Even before that, both A Tribe Called Quest and Master P threw in the towel, only to return to the rap industry with new projects shortly after. It seems like frustrated artists announcing their retirements will never go away. But on the bright side, your favorite artist probably won't either. And even if they do, statistics show that they'll be back. Before we get started, make sure you like the video and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Now, here are 8 rappers who said they'd retire. Kicking off this list at number 8, we have Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne turned rappers into rock stars. From his theatrical onstage performances to carefree interviews and an endless amount of self-confidence, Wayne's personality can sometimes be bigger than his hits. Even Wayne's perspective on success seems to be modeled after classic rock legends that came before him. Get in, get money, and get out young. Wayne, who started rapping at only 14 years old, was famous by the time he was 17. And after remaining in the spotlight for the better part of 2 decades, Wayne has been vocal about his desire to retire from the rap industry young. On more than one occasion, Weezy told fans and media that he would soon be retiring. As early as 2011, Wayne told Hot 97's Angie Martinez that he would be retired by the age of 35. For the longest time, the rapper maintained that the release of his highly anticipated and continually delayed The Carter 5 album would be the end of his rap career. Wayne confirmed this in 2012, and then again in 2014 in an interview with Elliott Wilson. However, The Carter 5 finally released in 2018, and yet Wayne is still here. In January of 2020, he released the album Funeral. When asked if his album was the actual last album, Wayne went on to say, quote, "Even if my real funeral was tomorrow, this still wouldn't be my last album." Wayne is now 37 years old. It seems like it might be harder for Wayne to step away from his passion than he ever thought possible. Number 7, Lil Tecca. Normally, an artist announces their retirement years into their careers, either at the height of their fame while under massive pressure or towards the end, when they feel they're no longer receiving the attention that they deserve. However, 2019's breakthrough star, the 17-year-old Lil Tecca, had a different trajectory in mind. In August of 2019, Tecca dropped his debut album, We Love You Tecca, and its lead single, Ransom, quickly climbed to the Billboard Hot 100's top 5 spots. Suddenly being thrusted into the spotlight can be stressful, especially for a teenager who may have never expected to find such an instant success. Because of this, Tecca seems to have grown tired of his fame as quickly as he earned it. On September 5th, just a week after the release of his project, he took to Twitter to claim that his career, quote, wouldn't last as long as y'all thought, and that he would be retiring from music because he had realized that he hated it. His tweets didn't specify exactly how long he imagines his career lasting, or when he plans to retire. However, fans can rest easy that if he does retire, they'll get at least one more project. Tecca just announced an upcoming album titled Do They Really Love You? With Internet Money. Number 6, JayZ. JayZ, at age 50, is an artist exploring a relatively new frontier for hip-hop, what it means to be a middle-aged rapper. Amid constant speculation that rappers burn out after 40, JayZ managed to release a mature, concise, and well-received album with the release of 2017's 444. So, with JayZ as one of the main forces paving the way for what it means to be an older rapper, it's shocking to think that we almost lost him when he was 37 years old. In 2003, JayZ announced that the Black Album would be his last album, and he would instead be focusing full-time on his entrepreneurial pursuits. Those pursuits proved to be beneficial for Hove. He became the CEO of Def Jam, co-owner of the New Jersey Nets, and focused his relationship with Beyonce. But even his growing fortune, which would later establish him as rap's first ever billionaire, couldn't keep Jay away from rap. In 2006, the rapper announced that he would be returning to music, claiming that he had endured the worst retirement ever. JayZ insisted that for his first 2 years, he truly believed he was done with music, but quickly realized that he couldn't stay away. Since his return to the industry, Jay has released 6 additional projects. At number 5, there's Joe Budden. Joe Budden is the only rapper on this list that really is sort of retired. Before he was known as the host of the extremely popular rap-focused Joe Budden podcast, Joe was a musician himself. Budden found success in 2003 with his song Pump It Up, and ensured his debut album was a success. However, Budden would never replicate this success again. He would go on to release 9 more projects, all of which failed to garner significant public interest. In 2018, Budden formally retired from rap, choosing to focus full-time on his career as a broadcaster. For the most part, it seems that Joe really is retired from the game. However, known for his hot-headed temper and occasionally grouchy perspective on younger rappers, Budden occasionally can't help but jump back into the fray. Most notably, Budden returned to the booth to record and release a series of diss tracks against Drake during his 2016 feud. Maybe Budden just saw the feud and his disses as a way to garner some quick interest in his podcast. Another possibility is that deep down, Budden still cares about his status as a rapper. Number 4. Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj has had a tough couple years. After reigning as the queen of rap for several years, Nicki was visibly threatened by the rise in popularity of Cardi B, leading to a public feud that once resulted in a physical altercation. Minaj's insecurities seemed to magnify as time progressed. In 2018, she started a feud with Travis Scott, apparently angry that Astroworld was outselling her album Queen, and blocking it from reaching the #1 spot on the charts. In 2019, she separated from her long-term management team, and released a single on her 5th album, Megatron. The single performed disappointingly, charting at number 20 on the Hot 100 and then falling a whopping 72 slots the next week. The combined frustration proved to be too much for Minaj, who took to Twitter in September of 2019 to announce her retirement. The rapper stated that she would be leaving music to focus on starting a family. Concern from her fan base led to Minaj deleting the tweet and issuing a clarification, saying that she has a vault of music that will still be released, but she's still unsure if she intends to continue to work on her 5th album. After a short social media hiatus, Minaj revealed that she would be returning to music, and released a solo single titled Yikes. Number 3. Noname. Noname is not a household name in rap, but has managed to accumulate the type of niche fan base that usually allows an artist to earn a living making non-mainstream music comfortably. A fusion of rap and slam poetry that incorporates heavily social and political commentary, Noname initially developed a reputation through her early collaborations with Chance the Rapper, such as Lost and Chance's acid rap mixtape. Her debut mixtape, Telephone, was highly anticipated, being released in 2016 after years of delay. However, it seems that Noname may not be comfortable with the niche fan base she's developed after all. In December of 2019, Noname took to Twitter to reveal that she plans on retiring after the release of her album Factory Baby. The rapper stated that she was uncomfortable with the fact that crowds at her show were predominantly white, and that she, quote, refused to dance on stage for white people. Citing a lack of support from the black community, Noname has since deleted her tweets and remained vocal about her retirement plans. Factory Baby has not been released yet, so time will only tell if the rapper intends to hold true to her assertions. Number 2. Childish Gambino. Donald Glover, aka Childish Gambino, was once described by TV producer Dan Harmon as this generation's Renaissance man. It's a title that Glover has dutifully lived up to, establishing himself as a successful rapper, actor, singer, writer, and even director. Known for keeping his hands full with a ton of projects at once, Childish Gambino fans were disappointed, but not necessarily surprised, when Glover announced the end of his musical career. Glover began discussing possibly retiring the Childish Gambino alias as early as 2015, but in 2017 at the Governor's Ball Music Festival, he announced that his next album would likely be the end of his music career in general. Despite some features and individual singles, fans were forced to wait nearly 3 years for an official album, until March 15th of 2020, when he surprise dropped his album 3/15/20. Hopeful fans are speculating that perhaps Glover will continue to make music under his real name, rather than his Wu-Tang Clan Generator moniker, but others aren't so sure. Even if Glover has given up on his own hip-hop career, he has not completely washed his hands of rap. He continues to work on his Hulu show Atlanta, which centers around 2 cousins trying to navigate the ups and downs of the music industry. The show has just completed its 2nd season, and the 3rd is in production currently. At number 1, we have Lil Uzi Vert. Lil Uzi Vert is having a great year, but it almost didn't happen at all. At the beginning of 2019, the rapper announced to his fans via social media that he would be retiring from music. Initially, the 24-year-old rapper was vague about his motivation, claiming that he intended to take down all his music and attempt to live a normal life. However, as the situation continued to unfold, it was revealed that Uzi was actually frustrated with his record label, Generation Now. According to Uzi, the label was being extremely strict about his ability to drop music and was forcing him to delay the release of his highly anticipated album, Eternal Take. Trouble continued until the end of April of 2019, when Uzi was able to negotiate a management deal with Roc Nation, JayZ's entertainment agency notorious for its negotiation power. Within the first week of March, fans received 2 singles from Eternal Take, and were surprised when the album dropped a week early on the 6th. Then, 1 week later, on Eternal Take's original release date, Uzi surprised fans with Lil Uzi Vert vs. the World 2, a follow-up to his 2016 mixtape. Whether Uzi was really going to retire or just trying to pressure his label, it's a good thing that he didn't. Both projects performed spectacularly, reaching a combined 750,000 units sold in its first 2 weeks. So do you see any of these rappers actually retiring in the near future? Let me know in the comments section. And before you leave, don't forget to click that like button. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel.